This episode brought to you by Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal kit. Check us out at Kineticon July 17th to the 20th. Use the promo code Nostalgia10 to get 10% off a single day. Hope to see you there.
Let's go, Doug. I'm excited for this one.
Hello, I'm the Nostalgia Guy. Remember it so you don't have to. You remember that movie you enjoy and you didn't know other people didn't enjoy, and you're like, why? It's totally fine. Why don't you give this movie a chance? Sky High. I'm talking about Sky High.
Oh, really? Oh, so I'm already the person, so, oh boy, this was made just for me, wasn't it? Oh boy.
Released 20 years ago in 2005, I'll admit I was on board with this idea from the start.
Really?
It was cashing in like many movies were on the Harry Potter premise of, what if it's a school, but everyone's an insert popular kid thing here.
True.
Even if Harry Potter wasn't a thing, the idea of a school training superheroes opens up a lot of possibilities.
Right.
Everything I saw in the trailer, from the cast to the cool cinematography to the jokes, were all working for me. But then I found apparently this film had quite a hate train even before it came out.
Really? I had no idea, actually. But, yeah, honestly, yeah, Doug, I think you would... Do you think Doug would ever consider, like, reviewing... I don't know if he's, like, reviewed anime stuff besides the Pokemon movies, but if he ever reviewed, like something like Hero Academia, I feel like he'd really like that, if that's the case.
Particularly from younger viewers.
Sounds like a dumb
And I'll be
question,
honest,
but
I'm not
thought I'd
entirely
ask.
sure why. Maybe they were getting bombarded by too many enchanted high school movies, or since this was before the MCU, it felt like a sellout from Disney trying to cash in on superheroes suddenly becoming popular again. Or maybe they felt like it was trying to overshadow another family of superheroes Disney handled better. Now that's all speculation, but I feel like if you give this movie a chance, it's pretty fun. Okay, it's nothing amazing, not everything works, but I feel like it's better than many people give credit.
Really?
I guess it's showing a little bit as some audience scores are starting to go up, but they're still not that strong. So I want to go back and see if this movie was worth the belittling it got, or if there's something more super about it than I guess it lets on.
I didn't know that, actually. Huh.
So let's go back to the childhood of Robert Serber from Oppenheimer. That was a random discovery. Let's take a look at Sky.
Really? That's him?
So right off the bat, the film feels like it's in good hands, as 2/3 of the writers were the creators of two superhero shows, Kim Possible and Buzz Lightyear.
Ah!
Both regarded as very imaginative and very funny. And as the critic...
Gosh, I remember the Buzz Lightyear show. I remember the robot assistant, how the alien guys would always put him back together whenever he broke. And I don't know, the only joke I remember from it was like, as they're putting him back together, one of the little aliens talks to Buzz, is like, "What is this?" And he goes, "An arm. I told you." But yeah, I always remember that, and that's still better than the flippin' Lightyear CGI show.
This role, the setup is already pretty good, as we focus on a kid named Will, played by Michael Angarano, who has no superpowers despite his parents being the greatest superheroes in the world, the Commander and Jetstream, played by Kurt Russell and Kelly Preston.
Will, I just
Right.
want you to know how proud I am. Whatever happens to me, you'll still be able to save the world.
You alone can protect us from comic sans. Seriously, between this and epic movie, the early 2000s should have known better.
Good morning, Mrs. Stronghold. Morning.
I don't
There's a
know.
friend named Lee.
I mean, I don't know. Honestly, Doug, you could argue that this actually works because, I mean, they had the comic book skit to begin with, so maybe the Comic Sans actually works here, like, because, again, it's supposed to be like cheesy comic book superhero stuff, so I actually think this works here.
Layla, played by Danielle Panabaker, who often reminds them when they forget their secret identities.
Good morning, Commander.
You know, wouldn't it make more sense if the reason people fall for that is everyone else forgets their glasses, especially mine? Layla's power.
Wait, hold. Let me see that again, hold
Some
on.
people fall for that as everyone else forgets their glasses, especially mine.
Oh. Holy shit! I've never actually... Those were fake this whole time? Oh my god. Oh man. I'm a dumbass. I'm a complete dumbass, aren't I? That's actually more funny than it is humiliating. Dang it. Right, I should have... wait, no. I've seen it without glasses, but I know people who can see things, like, without their glasses, but, like, wear their glasses for specific reasons. So, no, I'm gonna give myself fair credit here. Alright.
His powers are already in full bloom, as Will is nervous his powers may never come.
Literally.
Even his friend Zach, played by Nicholas Braun, got his over the summer.
So what is it? You have to wait and see like everybody else. But it's awesome, man. It's awesome.
Oh yeah, he glows
It's
in the
hype,
dark.
man. It's gonna be really distracting on the set of Succession.
Next up, Sky High.
As you may have guessed,
Oh,
it's
yeah,
their
I like
first
the
day
bus
at the
driver
superhero
guy.
high school as they take their rocket bus literally into the clouds where it's hidden.
On the magic school bus. That's all I think when I see that.
If you thought no part of that sentence sounded cool, I'm sorry nobody gave you a comic during childhood.
Oh shit. Yeah, they just.
You got your callbacks last week. They
Oh.
immediately assigned their own Bulk and Skull bullies named Lash and Speed.
We'd be happy to collect that $15
Oh, yeah.
student fee.
There was nothing about a new student fee in the handbook.
It's what we charge people to be typecast in future superhero projects.
Oh no.
Speaking of which, we're introduced to Mary Elizabeth Winstead playing Gwen.
Oh yeah, she looks like freaking live-action Trixie Tang, and not like in the actual live-action Fairly Odd Parents. She actually looks like she'd fit it better than, I forget who the actor's name is. I just know that she played Trina from Victorious.
Grayson, a pretty funny combo of secret identity names. Which makes sense, as a lot of the visual look of the movie seems to combine the tilted angle campiness of the Adam West Batman show with a lot of the fun camera gimmicks of the Sam Raimi Spider-Man movie.
Right.
Good morning. I am Principal Powers.
Nailing my cameo much better than in this movie,
I'm not Wonder Woman, you know.
for the most part.
Damn.
My word is law. My judgment
Yeah,
is
Coach
final.
Boomer.
Bruce Campbell plays Coach Boomer. Again, this
Hey!
movie should earn a star just based on its casting, who assigns kids the roles of superhero or sidekick depending on their powers.
Car.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
Would love to see the government paperwork for dropping car on student budget.
Yeah.
Zach reveals his powers.
Yeah, I mean, like, honestly, this is. You could argue that this is not as bad as some things other schools let kids get away with. Guns.
Sorta. Saying he can glow in the dark.
I'm glowing. Maybe we could turn
Yes,
off
I
these
went
lights.
Hey, that's not fair. What if a supervillain's weakness is a prize in a cereal box? I know it's this guy's.
Condiment King?
Hero. Get out of here, knucklehead.
If I was Bruce Campbell, I'd pinch my own ass.
Ew.
Is maybe the weirdest thing I've said yet.
He'd probably get charged for that because that's a kid disguised as him, so. And he knows that.
It's Will's turn. He's, of course, embarrassed he doesn't have any powers.
You're messing with the coach, just like your old man. Car.
Whoa!
Like I said, after Harry Potter, liabilities just didn't exist in schools anymore. Once he's sentenced to sidekick, he's sent to the school nurse, played by Cloris Leachman. Again, just cementing what an amazing cast this film has.
I remember doing this to your father when he was just your age. Kicked me right through that wall.
The school's cemetery around the corner, isn't there?
Probably.
She tries to give some advice about how he can get super abilities.
Fall into a vat of toxic waste, their powers usually show up the next day. Or they die.
Damn.
I'm sorry. No kids movie with that line is it's just nothing. That is funny people saying funny shit.
Yeah. I remember that. That is actually pretty funny.
She says she's only aware of one other person with two superhero parents who never got superpowers.
Ron Wilson, bus driver.
Oh, yeah.
Again, in what bizarro superhero universe is that not funny?
That's really.
Will still isn't telling his father about his lack of powers, especially when he's shown his secret sanctum, which no one is allowed into. He even shows his prized possession from a supervillain named Royal Pain.
Like
Royal Pain's pacifier. And this
Yeah,
is
it turns
my
people into
proudest
babies
possession.
for some
What's it
reason.
do? No idea.
Some say it plays Disney's most torturous weapon, a film worthy of this film's
Oh
hate.
no, not that.
The next day, he and most of his friends go to sidekick training or superhero support, as that's not PC anymore.
Nice.
Caught by David Foley playing All-American Boy.
Without hero support, there wouldn't be any heroes. All right, there probably would be, but they would be very lonely.
I mean, imagine Disney films without sidekicks. Don't do that the more I think about it.
Oh no.
Will finds out All-American Boy was also his father's sidekick, even though he never heard of him.
Makes sense. The commander does not have time to sit around flipping through scrapbooks that I took the time to make for him.
Sometimes this is like the Tick superheroes if they got even sadder.
Yeah.
A sudden Kids in the Hall reunion recurs as Mr. Medulla,
Oh, yeah.
played by Kevin McDonald,
Frickin' Martian looking ass.
interrupts the class to remind people he is in fact doomed to always play a weird science guy with a weird science voice.
Oh really? He voiced.
Little Misfire in the Mad Science Lab.
Oh,
No
yeah,
need
I forgot
to
he played
panic,
Pleakley.
Unless you're a
Right.
single-cell organism.
Still as creepy as Daniel Radcliffe. After they learn more and more in class, by the way, I love they show nobody ever helped these two. Will finally gets the courage to tell his father he's a sidekick because he has no powers.
tuition we pay them?
Damn!
I don't have any powers.
But you will.
I'm proud to be a sidekick.
Now you could easily connect this to kids being different in ways.
Right.
The father wants to be supportive, but it's clear he's very let down and shouldn't be. So Will stands up for himself and kids just like it. No kids, no guess who's coming to dinner or anything.
And I can only imagine what your grandfather would have said that I brought some of them home.
But I think kids could make a relatable connection. And again, they still work in some great humor.
I know you're disappointed.
Right, freaking. What was that freaking billiard ball made of? What's that pole made of? Holy shit. I don't think any super strength would have broke. that
So
was.
am I. You think I didn't want to see my son fly?
I have super strength.
Or fly?
I always dreamed one day he'd be dressed like a firecracker ice pop. Things don't get better at school when a kid named War and Peace. God, these names are great.
Yeah.
He's pissed off at Will because while his mother is a superhero, his father is a supervillain who the commander put away.
I actually forgot his name, so that's actually pretty clever.
Try the middle of the table, dumbass.
Yeah. Your fire can melt through a tray. I think sure it
Gets
can
his
melt through
power
a
up,
table.
Super strength. Which is refreshing, as most movies would have him discover it in the climax of the film, not halfway through.
Right.
Does he do that every time? Wow, he does it every time.
Yeah.
I mean,
Odd. He's like the teenage version of the kid from Deadpool 2, frickin' Fire Fist.
yes, if my arms caught fire, I would make a sound, but isn't it like every time Wolverine's claws pop out, he goes, ow, hurt?
What if I said it's not just her twin, it's her evil twin?
That would happen.
Oh, did I mention the action is surprisingly creative, too? They both get in trouble for fighting and are sent to the detention room where their powers don't work. They feel like 90% of the school should be that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna finish it.
Don't bother. The detention room neutralizes all superpowers.
Even that little lighter click sound effect, they didn't need that, but it adds a nice little chuckle.
Whatever
Yeah,
happened
kinda.
to Dads, it has nothing to do with us. If you ever cross me again, I'll roast you alive.
You're just angry because you know half the audience thinks you're Jacob. Summer. You know what I love about
Aw,
summer?
cute little
Being out
ducky.
in nature. Like, look at this cute little duck. Isn't that the most adorable thing ever? What is he doing?
You know, oh no, Dawn commercial gone wrong. Dawn commercial gone wrong.
Factor wants to make sure you spend as much time
okay,
outside
good,
as
it's not
possible, and not spending hours cooking inside. Factor's chef-crafted, dietitian-approved meals are ready in just 2 minutes, taking the hassle out of eating well. All right, here's something nice. These two flamingos, aren't they angelic and beautiful and graceful and drunk? I think they're drunk. Why are they doing that?
I think it's,
Well, I fire whoever got this stock footage. Let me tell you more about how Factor arrives fresh and ready to eat. Perfect for any active lifestyle over summer and beyond. With 45 weekly menu options, you can pick gourmet meals that fit your summer gains and goals. Choose from options like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, Keto, and more. No more ducks, I don't like what they're into. Factor powers your day, sun up to sundown.
I mean, I've seen some ducks do some pretty nasty stuff, unfortunately, against my will.
Just breakfast, on-the-go
So I'm
lunches,
with you there,
premium
dog.
dinners, and guilt-free snacks and desserts. Factor has your whole day covered. Nah, here's a beautiful, majestic...
Alligator or croc.
Oh, he's gone. Enjoy more this summer. Get Factor if you want all the flavor and none of the fuss. That's cute, but
Squirrel.
wrong season. I'm really not kidding when I say I've had Factor many, many times. It is super convenient, easy to make, and it does legit taste really good. It doesn't taste like something you just put in the microwave. Like, it does taste like something that's had a lot more effort put into it.
Really?
If you tried it, you know what I'm talking about. What is even that? Get started at factormeals.com/nostalgia50
That's some
off. and
AI
use the code
imaging
nostalgia50
shit.
off to get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box. That's code nostalgia50 off at factormeals.com/nostalgia50 off for 50% off plus free shipping. That's factormeals.com/nostalgia50 off. Oh, look at that. 2 elephants. That's
Yay.
cute. One's getting very close to the backside of the other one. Cut away.
Yeah, you don't see that shit on Animal Planet, as Marty would say.
Will returns home to let his parents know of his newly discovered power.
I got my powers today.
Yes, we know. The principal called.
Damn.
That is such a simple effect, but it's surprisingly effective.
Yeah.
Sanctum. Come here.
You're not mad?
How can I be mad?
I wonder if part of the hate this movie gets is because of how shallow the father can be. He both loves his
Maybe
son
a little
too
bit,
much
yeah.
and not enough. being too strict when he should be supportive, and letting him off the hook when he should be punished more.
Ow!
Sorry. Ow! You are strong!
Even Will getting his powers halfway through could arguably be going against the message, like, oh, if there's something different about you, it'll go away and everybody will love you. But first off, his friends do still keep their less impressive powers, and they show there are ways they can be utilized. They shouldn't be underestimated.
Right.
And second, this isn't Encanto. Like, if she got her powers, that would really be going against the feel of the movie. This is definitely focusing more on laughs.
True. Yeah, 'cause I will say about Encanto, a lot of people argue that she did get her powers after, like, near the end because she saved the house. I don't think she did. I think she... Again, like the house, I think she was the reason they stayed together, and it was their family that helped keep the house together. I don't know. But yeah, I think this movie is more focused on just more stereotypic, like, superhero kid movie thing. I don't think it's really trying to have a serious message.
And on a comedic level, it is damn hilarious.
If your mom asks, I took away your Xbox.
But I don't have an Xbox.
We do now!
I guess the dad technically grows throughout the film, but it's not carefully constructed in something like How to Train Your Dragon or Finding Nemo. It's debatably effective, but honestly, if we're gonna do the dad acting like a douche trope, I really am more lenient if he's a funny douche.
The boy has Stronghold's power. It's almost poetic.
Little do they know, though, Royal Pain seems to be watching it.
You know, time would move a lot faster if we had an
Oh yeah, freaking Green Goblin ass.
Yeah, take that, Harvey Quinn.
Congratulations, you've been transferred to the hero class.
Because of his powers, he's upgraded out of the psychics class, leaving his friends behind. They still show their support, but he doesn't always return it as he's starting to become friends with Gwen.
Yeah.
Guys, over here.
Sorry, awful.
Yeah, that's very similar to how Disney produces child stars. He does stick
Pretty
up for
much.
him a little bit, though, stopping the bullies from stuffing them in lockers. But that only intensifies his problems.
If Will beat you and save the citizen, you lay off of sidekicks for the rest of the year.
He participates in Save the Citizen.
Remember when we used to use real citizens?
Yes.
Shit.
What is wrong with you if you don't think that's hilarious? And Will gets teamed up with Warren.
Man, I don't remember a lot of the jokes in here, but that actually is pretty good. Boom!
Warren surprisingly look after each other and save the citizen, again endearing Will even more to Gwen.
Gwen here's offered to help Will with his science homework. And she's a senior.
So if they, it might be illegal for a year or two. This causes him to forget he was supposed to meet up with Layla.
Actually, I was told by someone who had to deal with that problem is that if your relationship is established before both of you turn 18, before either one of you does, like if one of you is 17, one of you is 16, and then you guys go up in age, it's actually fine apparently under legal. Like that's what I was just told. I'm not condoning it really. I don't know. I probably shouldn't talk about this, but it was just interesting because I talked about that with someone. They actually had to deal with something like that.
At a restaurant, but what a coinky dink. Warren happens to be the waiter there. They chat it up and she ends up admitting she has a crush on Will.
To let true love remain unspoken is the quickest route to a heavy heart.
That is really deep.
And your lucky numbers are.
He really is like Jacob. He has better chemistry with the girl than the boy she's supposed to have chemistry with. Of course, part of that could be Will and Gwen are already moving pretty fast.
You're not that boy with the 6 arms, are you?
No, sir. Just 2.
You'll keep them to yourself.
Yes, sir.
One of her superpowers is that she gives birth to kids who eat their father. Don't ask how I know that.
What the fuck?
He apologizes to Layla for missing their meetup and makes things even worse when he admits he's taking Gwen to homecoming. So Layla says she's taking Warren.
I told him I was going with you instead.
So, you're not doing this just because you like me or anything. You're doing this to get a stronghold.
Oh, Christ, is he gonna feel jaded like a stupid love triangle?
Probably.
See what I mean? We saved like 10 minutes on a boring subplot. Granted, there are still emotional idiots longing for emotional idiots, but it's a story about high school. It can't be complete fiction. Gwen tricks Will into throwing a party at his house, and when Gwen tells Layla Will doesn't like her, Will finally breaks it off with Gwen.
And I think that you need to figure out whether you want to hang with us or with those losers.
I'm not going anywhere with you. Not now or not to homecoming.
Again, I feel like most movies would drag that out later and let him be a jerk longer, but I like he draws the line not at the best time, but not beyond reason either.
The count of 3, I want everyone out of this house!
parents return home and, of course, are gonna think this is all Will's fault.
Dad, I swear, I didn't plan this.
All right, it's good enough for me.
That's what I'm talking about. Yes, he's comedically shallow, but man, does it save us a lot of boring tropes. In fact, often...
Maybe that's... Okay, glad to know that yeah, it saves a lot of that time.
They're replaced with a good running joke, like this throwaway line earlier.
What if I said it's not just her twin, it's her evil twin?
Actually has a decent payoff.
Thanks, Boom, for inviting me.
Looks like no boom from my stick tonight. Will bumps into Warren at the restaurant. They have a heart-to-heart about Layla.
Because we're only going together to make you jealous. Huh?
Dude, you're so stupid.
Hey, how was I supposed to know this epic team-up was gonna suck? The night of the dance arrives as Gwen reveals herself to be an evil mastermind.
Impressive. Not.
Oh my god! That weird-ass jester was also playing her father? That guy has range.
Really?
Now prepare to be pacified.
Holy shit, I didn't know that.
It's revealed the pacifier, you guessed it, turns people into babies. As it's revealed, Gwen was a sidekick years ago and got turned into a baby herself, forcing her to grow up again, hungry for vengeance. She even convinced the current popular kids to be her henchmen.
Get as many people out as you can. I'll slow her down.
Somehow he's the only baby with a cleft chin.
Ugh.
This episode...
Oh shit, I didn't mean to do that.
They get lost in the dark tunnels.
Ladies, if I may.
Then all the reindeer love to.
I can't add to that joke, I just think
No.
it's cute.
Nice.
As Will makes his way
Rudolph.
to the school, figuring out Gwen's evil plan.
In case my homecoming date ends up killing me tonight, I just want you to know.
Dude, she was going with me. They will team up to take out Royal Pain and her minions as she loads up the babies in just a weird, odd visual.
Yeah.
Royal Pain wasn't my mother. Royal Pain is me.
Oh my god. I made out with an old lady.
I know it's a joke, but it's kind of disturbing.
Yeah.
Everybody uses their powers
I mean, that honestly, that's what I would think if I had that realization.
in a unique way to take out the villains, again, leading to some really fun cinematography. As Will finds out, he flies now.
There's only one person authorized to transport superheroes, and that's Ron Wilson, bus driver. And I'm Ron Wilson, bus driver.
I do believe he's officially credited as that too.
Nice!
Pain rigs.
Hey, with that performance, I'd be proud. I'd be super proud.
Cool to fall as well, but our heroes work together to save the day.
That could have been messy.
I guess the director's a SpongeBob fan too. Misguided. The doctor has a baby, says he can get everyone back to normal.
Regrettably, I have made boom boom.
Yeah, not best joke.
Like I said, not every joke works. And the sidekicks are finally called what they are, heroes.
I can't do anything more to help you.
I went through puberty twice for this.
I convinced myself I had a thing for Matthew Broderick 2 times!
Ugh.
My girlfriend became my arch enemy became my best friend, and my best friend became my girlfriend. But hey, that's high school.
It certainly not at all is, but I don't care. This movie was funny.
Yeah.
Again, it's not a comedy classic, but I think it's really inventive and enjoyable.
Yeah.
I just don't understand the mixed reception it got. Whether they're
I mean,
lighter
it's
jokes
not
or darker
perfect,
jokes or
but-
jokes for kids or jokes for adults, the majority of them work. The characters aren't anything to write home about, but I like them fine. And while the lesson is very loose, to say the least, there are still nuggets of relatable issues that I think most kids can connect to in some way. Yeah, I unapologetically and unironically enjoy this film. It's not going to make my list of favorite comedies, but with a cast this cool, an idea this inventive, shots this fun, and jokes this funny, I can still say 20 years later, it's a soaring good time.
Good to hear. I agree, 100%.
I'm a nostalgia critic guy, remember it, so you don't have.
Remember when we used to use real citizens?
Yes.
Yes.
We're still...
Yep. Oh gosh, that makes me almost want to rewatch it again. Yeah, but that's funny. Well, glad to hear he actually enjoys it. I figured he was just gonna tear it a new one because, I mean, again, I kind of thought of it as a guilty pleasure on my own. So, well, I guess I don't feel as guilty then. But I mean, either way, I still would have loved it. But yeah, I do think it's actually pretty solid for what it was. Honestly, I do like the concept, and and how visually like the effects are as well. So yeah, all that said, just good time. Anyways, that being said, hope you guys enjoyed, and be sure to like, subscribe, check out Nostalgic other videos. That being said, I'll see y'all next time. Bye!